Let's talk about how you can expand your classroom by inviting teacher partners, especially as we come upon hybrid classrooms where we'll be doing face-to-face and virtual at the same time. Who can we partner with to help meet the needs of all of our students? So why do you need a teacher partner? Obviously, to provide more manpower for planning and instruction, you can provide more manpower for the logistics and troubleshooting that seems to take a lot of our time away from teaching. To help monitor and assess your student success, or to provide more individualized instruction for certain students. Having a partner teacher helps to reduce class sizes and group sizes, which also in turn helps to maintain some of the social distancing that we need to still observe in our face-to-face settings. It provides differentiation, and it's also a great way to offer different viewpoints and expertise to our students. So let's talk about who can be a teacher partner. A teacher partner can be anyone on your campus who is approved to work around our children and can offer support. So this may be a true co-teacher in the normal definition that we know, or it might be student support teachers. It might be your librarians or counselors, the testing coordinators, the paras that are on our campus and who are helping. They can certainly be teacher partners for not just the original class they may have been assigned to, but on a broader scale as well. It could be anyone from the crossing guards or the CCIEIS teachers who we now have on our campuses who are available and willing to work with the teachers and work with students. Of course, our SPED teachers are able to be co-teachers. The specials teachers are PE, art, music, the instructional specialists on your campus. It may even be someone in your custodial staff or your cafeteria staff. It might be the SROs, people who are in our buildings. They are there and their traditional role is not quite working the same way with this new format of learning. And so they may have a little more flexibility to be a partner teacher for you. So the instructional tech coaches are another option. Your district counterparts. So you may be the only person on your campus who teaches the subject you teach. Maybe you're the only art teacher on your campus. You might want to partner teach with another art teacher across the district or at a different campus so that you can kind of work together and figure things out and create together. It might be your administration, your assistant principals or your principals, the office staff. It could be your at-risk coordinators or the past teachers, substitute teachers, student teachers who are on your campus because they are training to be teachers. That's what they want. They're there to learn how to be teachers. We have an entire program called Ready, Set, Teach, where those students are going to school to be teachers. And typically they work on campuses and they go and do their hours of observations on campuses. And so how can you tap into that resource and help utilize some of those Ready, Set, Teach students to start really working with your students? It might be student leaders. You may have students who could partner teach with you if they are a student who is able to lead small groups, or they may be able to do peer tutoring. Don't hesitate to allow some of the autonomy and some of that agency that students are developing to really be put in place in this. We have people in curriculum who can partner teach with you in the sense that they can create mini lessons or direct teach pieces that you might then use as flipped lessons. It might even be parents, because the parents, especially those who are going to be in that virtual environment, they are going to be the partner teacher for their child. And so working with those parents, or at least providing them some materials to help see how can they really be a teacher on their side for the child in that support system for them. So let's talk about, after we decide who can be our partner teachers, what can those partner teachers do? The first thing that comes to mind is facilitating those small groups, so that we have smaller groups of instruction, and fielding those logistical issues and troubleshooting. A lot of our time during all of this in the transition is figuring out how to make things work and helping students when things go wrong. And so having somebody who is a partner teacher who can help field some of those and work on those one-off or individual cases where things are just not working quite right, or can do a little research on, I want to do this, how do we make that happen? Ask that partner teacher to field some of those logistical issues and troubleshoot some of that. They can help build and teach lessons, whether this is synchronous or asynchronous. They can be a planning partner for you, somebody to talk through things with, somebody who you can plan with. They can give feedback and grade, for your students. They can question students forward for deeper learning and work with them to have some of the vocalization in those one-on-one sessions where they're trying to help move to that depth of learning that we need. They might be coaching students through goal settings and achievements so that students are progressing and filling some of the gaps that they may have developed. They can train students to find answers and problem solve. So having those partner teachers work with students to understand, where do I go for help? How do I find the answer? What resources are available to me? They can conference with students and really get to see where the student is and what we need to do to help make sure that that student's on track. They might monitor the chat or virtual students while you're teaching. And so really, whatever it is that you're going to need to make your class successful, work with that partner teacher and find a way to have someone who can help you do that. And then what might it look like? If I have a partner coming in and teaching with me, they may or may not be teaching with you face to face or at your school. It may be someone who is a virtual, or they are away from your campus, but they're providing support and being a partner for you. It might be guest teachers for small groups. They might be routinely teaching and working with your students. Your specials teachers already do this, but there may be others who now have, you build into your schedule. Maybe the instructional specialist does that ever so often. Maybe it's somebody else who is a para who is great at supporting, and they are going to routinely teach and work with the students. It could be just based on point of need. I have something coming up, I have this situation, and it would really help if I had a partner teacher. I have someone who can come in, maybe your instructional technology coach can come in and they can work, and for that particular period of time and that point of need, they can be a partner teacher with you. Having flexible schedule for coaching conferences. So you might be working with your class while your partner teacher, is running those conferences. It could be the same partner teacher who works with multiple classes and teachers. So we can have one para who might be supporting multiple teachers in different ways. But utilizing the strengths of that partner teacher where needed is going to be a huge benefit. You have people and you have staff on your campus who are great at certain things, and allowing them to utilize that strength to help in this regard is amazing. And then the teacher providing materials and rubrics or question stems for that partner teacher. In some instances, that partner teacher will be building content with you and they have a teaching degree. Others may be partner teachers who you just need to help facilitate and support. So I'm going to give them the materials and the rubric that they can go through and give feedback to students or question students forward. These are great support materials to give parents who are being that partner teacher for their child. There are also several partner teacher models that we can talk about, and these will be this presentation, and these will be linked in the website that will be pushed out through the rollout. So you can, I'll click and we can look at that too. But basically, what are different teacher models where you have a co-teacher? And so your partner teacher, it might be, I'm going to teach and you're going to observe and help monitor and gather data for me. It might be, I'm going to teach and then one is going to drift and assist students or do more individualized instruction. They may be, again, collecting data, so it looks slightly different. And consider with these things, what is it going to look like in your hybrid classroom? Think about it, and how can you make this situation meet the needs for you in your classroom? It might be parallel teaching. I'm going to teach this group, and then my partner teacher is going to teach this group, and we're doing the same thing at the same time. It could be station teaching. So as we build stations, I'm going to utilize a partner teacher to run the station. This is where I think, like paras especially, or even, like I said, it could be a student who's able to run a station for you because that student has the content mastered and is able to be a resource there for you. It could be alternate teaching, where a teacher takes the lead with instructing a large group while that partner teacher is working with a smaller group that has a different set of needs. And it could be team teaching. You could literally be teaching together because you've had to distance or socially distance, and it's just going to work better if I have another teacher in the room and you're going to be both in there together complementing one another through the process. So whatever it might be, know that you are not alone, and it's okay to find someone at this point to help make this a successful transition for you and to really help support the students in what they need right now.